In the quiet town of Nazareth, a young woman named Mary was visited by an angel. This was no ordinary messenger, but Gabriel, who stood in the very presence of God. He brought astonishing news. Mary, a virgin, would conceive and give birth to a son, and she was to name him Jesus. He would be the Son of the Most High, and his kingdom would have no end. Mary, with a heart full of faith and wonder, replied, "I am the Lord's servant. May your word to me be fulfilled." In that moment of humble acceptance, the greatest story ever told began to unfold, a divine promise woven into the fabric of human history. As the time of Mary's delivery drew near, a decree from Caesar Augustus required everyone to return to their ancestral town to be registered. Joseph, a righteous man of the house of David, took his betrothed, Mary, and began the arduous journey from Nazareth to Bethlehem. The roads were crowded, and the trip was long, especially for a woman so close to childbirth. When they finally arrived in the city of David, their hopes for a comfortable resting place were dashed. Every inn was full, every door closed to them. The town overflowed with people who had come for the census. Left with no other choice, they found refuge in the humblest of shelters, a stable, a place meant for animals. It was there, amidst the gentle beasts and the scent of hay, that Mary brought forth her firstborn son. She wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger, a feeding trough for animals, for there was no other cradle for the king. On that silent, holy night, the heavens themselves declared the miracle. A new star, brighter than any other, blazed in the sky, a celestial beacon heralding the arrival of the newborn king. Out in the fields near Bethlehem, shepherds were keeping watch over their flocks by night. Suddenly the glory of the Lord shone around them, and an angel appeared, bringing a message of great joy for all people. "Do not be afraid," the angel said. "Today in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is the Messiah, the Lord." Far away in the east, learned men, known as the Magi or wise men, observed the same brilliant star. Recognizing it as the sign they had long awaited, they immediately set out on a great journey, following its light to find and worship the prophesied king. The first to arrive were the humble shepherds. Heeding the angel's words, they hurried into Bethlehem and found Mary, Joseph, and the baby, just as they had been told. Overcome with awe, they fell to their knees, worshipping the child, and then went on their way, glorifying and praising God for all they had seen and heard. Some time later, the wise men from the east arrived, their long quest guided by the star coming to its glorious conclusion. They entered the house and saw the child with his mother Mary, and they bowed down in adoration. Opening their treasures, they presented him with gifts fit for a king: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. The scene was one of profound peace and reverence. Shepherds and kings, the humble and the wise, all gathered in worship of the infant Jesus. It was the dawn of a new era, a moment of divine love made manifest, a quiet promise of salvation for all the world, resting in a manger in Bethlehem.